is our eXp Cloud campus. Currently, we have over 20,000 real estate agents that are operating out of our cloud office and over 400 employees that are here to help assist and make our agents successful. So as you can see here, this is my avatar, and there's a couple of different ways to go ahead and maneuver in our eXp world. You can use your mouse, and there's this little shadow, and you can point and click, and the avatar will actually move itself. You can't see right now, but I'm actually using my arrow keys. And so just simply using my arrow keys to maneuver, go forward, left, and right. So those are some different ways that you can actually move around in the campus. But when you first come into the campus, it's actually going to automatically take you to the avatar section. So you're going to use your eXp passport to log in, and then it's going to take you initially into this dressing room, if you will, to go ahead and pick out your avatar. So you'll just use these icons here to the left to be able to adjust, and male and female. You can change, hat, hair color, eyes. You can get pretty detailed with this. As soon as you're done, you're just going to click this save and exit, and it's going to populate you back into the eXp world. And now it may just take a second, again, just kind of depending on your internet connection. So one other thing that you can do is, I'm wearing a headset, but if you need to check your mic settings or maybe change your mic settings, then you can certainly change and adjust them here. And if you actually want to see your avatar, you can go into your preferences and change the settings here as well. So one thing that I can do, again, you can use the keys to maneuver, or you can point and click. And the other way that you can do is actually go up here to the upper left-hand corner and click this drop-down menu and pick out which room that you want to go to. So right now, I'm actually going to quiet my mic a little bit and take you guys into the auditorium to see our leadership meeting in action. So what I did is I just actually came from the auditorium where our weekly leadership meeting is, and this is open to everybody within the company. It's where leadership actually tells us some of the latest company updates. So now I'm going to take you to one of our meeting rooms, and you can literally sit down. If you look at it, I'm just hovering over one of the chairs with my mouse, and that little seat icon comes up, and I can use the space bar to change my point of view. And then I'm going to click the space bar again just to lock it. So let's say you were in a class, you were attending a class in here, and you wanted to see the screen full screen. Then you can go up here to the upper right hand corner, and there's a little plus icon. You can click it, which brings the presentation full screen. And then if you want to get out of that, you're simply going to press escape on your keyboard. One other thing is, if I want to open up my mic, I can do it a couple different ways. If I want to talk, I can press the green button here at the lower left-hand corner, and you can see this little bubble comes up. So I'm now talking. If somebody was in this room, I would be able to engage with them. Or I can just hold down the one key. So one key is a short key. Let's say you're in an environment where you're not able to open up your mic. Then you can simply use the text chat and be able to chat with whoever's in this space. So another really cool feature here is, let's say you have a tech support question or accounting question or agent onboarding, then you can actually go to those different departments within eXp World. So right now we're going to auto-populate you to our tech support team. Now, as you just saw, the company leadership meeting is going on, so they're not actually in here. but they're just closed for the hour. But if I wanted to go ahead and get in line, I would just simply use this ticketing system, click, and it now shows that I'm on the waiting list. So once it's my turn, it's automatically going to populate me to one of these tables, and I'll actually be able to speak with one of our tech support live. So for the sake of example, I'm going to leave the wait list and go ahead and get off of that. Now, let's say you need to meet with your state broker. So you can go to the broker state room, click on your state. I happen to be in Oklahoma. And I can actually have either a state meeting in here, I can meet with my state broker, or as you can see, we can actually do presentations on these screens. One thing that's really cool, if you notice that there are these blue lines around some of these areas, these are private audio sessions. So if I click and I go into this across the blue line, I can actually have a private meeting in here, and only the people that are within those blue boundaries, if you will hear the audio. And then as soon as I step out, that's no longer a private meeting. So that, if you notice around a lot of the tables or event areas, that's what the blue circles are. So again, anything from tech support, payment processing, accounting, agent of services. If you have a question during your onboarding process, then you can certainly go to the agent transitions department. So there's a lot of collaboration that actually happens here in eXp World. Again, I always compare it to like a car without gas. If you don't put gas in your car, it's not going to go anywhere. It's the same thing with eXp World. You need to get in there and engage, collaborate with agents, not only in your local market, but also across the nation and eventually across the world, which I think is absolutely remarkable. So again, if I had an onboarding question, I could go here, simply click a ticket and um, get into one of the rooms and talk to somebody live. Um, there's a lot of fun places here as well. So, one of our core values is actually fun. And as silly as it seems, you can actually get in here and drive one of the boats. Believe it or not, I actually heard a story one time of an agent receiving a referral from another agent in a different state by by a conversation they were having on one of the boats. So it's quite remarkable the collaboration that they have here in eXp World. So I hope this video tutorial was helpful. Again, go in and download eXp World either on a Mac or PC. It does need a full operating system in order to work in the 3D immersive environment, and use your passport login to go ahead and get into the eXp World. If you're a guest, then you're going to use that guest link, and there are some limitations and timelines on the guest link. So I appreciate you guys, and thank you so much for watching.